Hola mis amigos, soy Melissa Ramis y hoy me encuentro con el director y también actor de la película A Quiet Place, John Krasinski. ¿Cómo estás?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Doing great. Welcome to Miami.
It's so good to be here.
Have you been able to enjoy the city or no?
Not yet. Not yet, but I will tonight.
Well, talk to me about this movie. Such a limited dialogue
Yes.
in this film. How difficult is it to direct a film with such a limited dialogue?
It's a great question. The truth is, it was something that when I was rewriting the script, the original script came in, and I was completely fell in love with this family and this idea of parenthood. But I think that the thing I thought would be really cool is if we could pull this off with no dialogue. But it's also really scary. It's like a high wire act. And so it wasn't until probably day 2 or 3 that I realized exactly what we had, because you're doing these acting scenes and people aren't talking, but they're emoting so much. I mean, my wife is incredible, but the kids were so great too. They were so vulnerable and so emotional, and so I started to really see on camera that this could work.
No, it was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And very suspenseful, I think, is one of the words. And I mean, I have a 7-month-old now.
Oh wow! So
And
yeah,
it's incredible. You know, some of those scenes were very intense. Your wife, Emily Blunt, she did such a great job.
she's insanely good.
That scene when she's giving birth.
I know.
Okay, you guys have kids.
Yes.
How much of that was difficult for you to watch from the other end?
It's really interesting you say that, because it was really hard. I mean, she's so good at it. It felt very real. And that was the scene that's in the poster. That is the scene where, I got to be honest, it was one of those things where it completely took my breath away. The fact that she was able to access that. You know what I mean? I knew she was a good actor, but to be able to access something that deep, that emotional, that much pain in one moment, and then as soon as I called cut, there's only one take. She only did one take of it. Yeah, that's how good she is. And as soon as I called cut, she was like, what do they have for lunch today? And she's able to go right back to reality, and it would have taken me 3 months to come back from
That absolutely.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
very intense. I had my husband, I was like, no way. He's like, you would have been dead. I'm like, thanks, sweetheart. He's like, you would have died.
Confidence. That's not fair.
Zero confidence in me.
I think you would have been fine.
About family in this film, and it's not every day that you cry in a horror film.
Oh, that's
and I
nice.
cried in this
Thank
film
you.
because I mean I have the 7-month-old and I would do the same thing, you know,
Right.
and I just met the guy.
Right.
You know? So how was it that you tied in this sense of family in this horror film?
That's a great question. I mean, to me, that's everything in this movie. You know what I mean? And I love that people say it's scary, because it is scary.
Yes.
But for me, there's so much more going on here. And that's, when I did the rewrite, I took my experience of being a father. We had just had our daughter 3 weeks before I read the first script. So I was in that world of being terrified and being nervous that I could keep her safe, keep her alive, and whether or not I was a good enough dad. So I took all that and I put my own experience in the movie. And they always say that the best movies are personal to you, and it's true. And so for me, I think that the emotional power of the movie is what I knew was going to be the most fun for me. And then the scares come because you care about this family. You know, you really... You feel like you don't want anything to happen to them. And I also love the idea that people are faulted. You know what I mean? People have faults, and this isn't a movie family. This is a family who's going through a lot. And I mean, to me, it's a family who needs to talk about stuff, and they can't.
Now directing, acting, co-writing.
Yes.
How do you do it? Because that's not easy. I mean, how do you do it? Like, let's be real.
It's crazy. It's one of those things where if you think about it, you won't be able to do it. But if you just get up and go to work and do it, it's a lot of work. But something that you care about this much, it's actually nice to be in all the different aspects. You know what I mean? To be the director, actor, and writer and producer is really fun, because you get to, you know, put your stamp on it everywhere, you know, and not release it to anybody. So it felt much more personal, much more intimate, and having my wife in it, I mean, I don't know if it's going to get any better than this.
I agree, and she did an amazing job.
Amazing,
she really
right?
did. Yes, she was great, and the kids were awesome too.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that cast was great as well.
Thank you very much. Absolutely.
Enjoy
Thank you.
Miami before you leave.
I will. Thank you very much.